Hello coders, I hope you are coding well. In the previous video, we created post-room API call in our Spring Boot application, and in today's video, we will create post-room page with routing, and after this, we will create a reactive form and the controls to get the room details. So let's get started. So in our Angular application, first of all, we need to create post room component, and to do this, we will right click on this components folder inside the admin, and after this, we will open it in integrated terminal. And here we need to give the command which is ng g for generate c for component, and we will name this component as post room, and after this we will hit enter, and as you can see our post room component is ready. Now we need to create a routing for this component, and to do this we will open admin routing.module.ts, and in this file we will duplicate our dashboard route, and after this for the path we will give it as room, and after this we will update the component and we will mention post room component, and we will import it from components slash post room dot component. And with this our routing is completed. Now let's save this file, and after this we need to update the sidebar for the admin module, and to do this we will open app.component.html file, and in this file we will copy this li tag for the rooms and we will paste it here, and after this for the text let's update it to post room, and after this we need to update the URL which should be /admin/room. And now let's save this file and let's run our application. And as you can see our application is up without any errors. Now let's go to the browser, and on the login page of our application we will add the details of the admin user, and after adding the details we will click on this login button, and as you can see we got redirected to the admin dashboard, and on the sidebar we can see a button post room. Now let's click on this post room button, and as you can see we got redirected to our room route, and for the content we can see post room works which is coming from post room HTML file. And now let's go back to the VS Code and let's create the reactive form, and in our Angular application we will open components folder, and in this we will open post room and then post room.component.ts file, and in this file we need to create room details form, and we will name this form as room details form, and the type of this will be form group, and we will import it from angular/forms. And after this we will create a constructor for this component, and in this constructor we will inject form builder to build the reactive form, and after this we will inject ng message service to show the messages to the user, and after this we will inject router to redirect the user after the creation of the room, and after this we will click on this quick fix and we will add all missing imports. And after this we need to mention the controls for the form. So in the constructor we will use rooms detail form, and after this we will use form builder and we will call group method, and in this group method we need to mention the controls, and the first control of this form will be name, and after this for the by default value we will give it as empty, and then we need to pass the validators, so we will give validators dot required, and after this we need to give the second control which is the type of the room, and for the by default value we will give it as empty, and for the validators we will give validators dot required, and after this we will give the last control which is price, and for by default value we will give it as empty, and after this for the validators we will give validators dot required. And with this our room details form is completed. Now let's save this file and let's open our HTML file, and in this HTML file we will create a div tag and we will give it a class of room details form container, and after this we will create ng form tag and we will give it a class of room details form, and after this for the form group we will bind it with room details form, And in this ng form, we will create a div and we will give it a class of form title. And for the text, we will write enter room details. And after this, we need to mention the form item and form controls. So we will write ng form item tag. And in this form item tag, we will write a tag for ng form control. And for the ng span, we will give it as 16. And for ng offset, we will give it as 4. And in this ng form control tag, we will write an input tag. And for the form control name, we will give name. And for the placeholder, we will give room name. And after this, we need to create the form item for the type. So let's copy this form item tag and let's paste it here. And after this, we will replace this form control name and we will give type. And for the placeholder, we will give room type. And after this, we will copy this ng form item tag one more time and we will paste it here. And this time we will pass form control name as price. And after this, for the placeholder, we will mention room price. And after this, we need to create a button. So we will write ng form item tag again. And in this ng form item, we will write a tag for ng form label. And in this ng form label tag, we will write a button tag. And for the text, we will write save. And after this, on the click of this button, we will call a method submit form. And after this, we will save this file and we will open the ts file. And here we need to create that method. And we will name this method as submit form. And after this, we will save this ts file and we will open the css file. And in this css file, I will paste the css code. And you can pause the video and you can copy this styling or you can write your own styling. And after this, I will save this file. And as you can see, we are getting some errors in the console. And to fix these errors, we will open admin.module.ts file. And in this file, we need to add the imports for ng0 module and reactive forms module. So after the admin routing module, we will mention demo ng0 and module. And after this, we will add the import for reactive forms module. And at the end, we will add the import for forms module. And after this, we will click on this quick fix button and we will add all missing imports. And after this, we will save this file. And as you can see, this time our application got compiled successfully. And now let's go to the browser. And in the browser, we will click on this post room button. And as you can see, we got a form. And in this form, we have three inputs: room name, room type, room price. And after this, we have a button to save the details. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we will write the code to call the post room API in our Angular application.